Hello and welcome back. Today's the day that the survey goes live, so I thought I'd rush through and finish Resilient through Weapon Master. We start with Resilient. Prerequisite none. Repeatable no. You've developed the resilience to better withstand certain dangers, granting you the following benefits. ASI. Choose any one ability in which you lack the saving throw proficiency. Increase the chosen ability score by 1. Saving throw proficiency. You gain saving throw proficiency with the chosen ability. Compared to Resilient, choose one ability score. You gain the following benefits. Increase the score by 1. You gain proficiency in saving throws in the chosen ability. No change here. Convenient way to gain some proficiencies in that saving throw you're having trouble with, or while rounding off that final stat. Ritual Caster. Prerequisite, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma, 13 plus. Repeatable no. You have studied ritual magic, granting you the following benefits. ASI, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma score by 1. Ritual spells. Choose 2 first-level spells that have the ritual tag from the Arcane, Divine, and Primal spell lists. You always have those 2 spells prepared, and you can cast them with any spell slots you have. The spell's spellcasting ability is the ability increased by this feat. Quick Ritual. With this benefit, you can cast a ritual spell that you have prepared using its regular casting time rather than the extended casting time for ritual. Doing so doesn't require a spell slot. Once you cast the spell in this way, you can't use this benefit again until you finish a long rest. Compared to the 2014 Ritual Caster. Prerequisite, Intelligence or Wisdom, 13 or higher. You learned a number of spells that you can cast as rituals. These spells are written in a ritual book, which you must have in hand while casting one of them. When you choose this feat, you acquire a ritual book holding 2 first-level spells of your choice. Choose one of the following classes: Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. You must choose your spells from that class's spell list, and the spells you choose must have the ritual tag. The class you choose also determines your spellcasting ability for these spells. Charisma for Bard, Sorcerer, or Warlock. Wisdom for Cleric or Druid, or Intelligence for Wizard. If you come across a spell in written form, such as a magical spell scroll, a wizard spell book, you might be able to add it to your ritual book. The spell must be on the spell list for the class you chose, and the spell's level may be no higher than half your level rounded up, and it must have the ritual tag. The process of copying the spell into your ritual book takes 2 hours per level of the spell, costs 50 gold pieces per level. This cost represents the material components you expend as the experiment with the spell to master it, as well as the fine inks you need to record it. They've definitely upped the power on this. Not only do you have 1 more ASI to choose from, but you get 1 free casting. Warlocks are going to be eating this alive. Moving on to Sentinel. Prerequisite, proficiency with any martial weapon. Repeatable no. You have mastered techniques to take advantage of every drop in any enemy's guard, gaining the following benefits. ASI, strength or dex by 1. Guardian, immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you takes the disengage action or hits a target other than you with an attack, you can make an opportunity attack against that creature. Halt. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed bonus becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. Versus Sentinel, you have mastered techniques to take advantage of every drop in any enemy's guard, gaining the following benefits. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks even if they take the disengage action before leaving your reach. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, and that target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to take a melee weapon attack against the following attacking creature. Yeah, I don't see much change here. The wording is definitely shorter, but it seems to accomplish the same thing. They just cleaned it up. Sharpshooter. Prerequisite, proficiency with any martial weapon. Repeatable, no. You can make shots that others find impossible, granting you the following benefits. ASI, increase your dexterity score by 1 to a maximum of 20. Bypass cover. Your ranged attacks with weapon ignore half and 3/4 cover. Firing in melee. Being within 5 feet of an enemy doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged attack rolls with weapons. Long shots. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged attack rolls with weapons. Compared to Sharpshooter, you've mastered ranged weapons and can make shots others find impossible. You gain the following benefits. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged attack rolls. Your ranged attacks ignore half and 3/4 cover. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If the attack roll hits, you add +10 to the attack's damage. So they have definitely nerfed this. I mean, there's no bonus damage whatsoever on a ranged attack. Let's move on to Shieldmaster. Shieldmaster, prerequisite, shield training. You've trained to use shields not just for protection but also for offense, granting you the following benefits. ASI, strength by 1. Shield bash. If you attack a creature within 5 feet of you as a part of the attack action and hit with a melee weapon, you can immediately bash the target with your shield if it's equipped, forcing the target to make a strength saving throw against a DC equal to 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus. On a failed save, you knock the target prone or push it 5 feet away. You can use this benefit only once on each of your turns. Interpose shield. If you are subjected to an attack that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage. If you succeed on the saving throw and are wielding a shield, interposing your shield between yourself and the source of the effect. Compared to the 2014 Shieldmaster, you use shields not just for protection but also for offense. You gain the following benefits while you wield a shield. If you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. If you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield AC bonus to any dexterity saving throw you make against a spell or other harmful effect that targets only you. If you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, interposing your shield between yourself and the source of the effect. So they got rid of the bonus to saving throws. Other than that, I would say it's a minor nerf. Okay, moving on to Skulker. Prerequisite, dexterity 13 plus, repeatable, no. You are expert at slinging through shadows, granting you the following benefits. ASI, dex +1. Blind sight, you have blind sight within a range of 10 feet. Exploiting the distractions of battle. You have advantage on any dexterity check stealth you make as part of the hide action during combat. Sniper. If you make an attack roll while hidden and the roll misses, making the attack roll doesn't end the hidden condition on you. Compared to Skulker. Prerequisite. Dex 13 or higher. You are expert at slinking through shadows. You gain the following benefits. You can try to hide while you are lightly obscured from the creature which you are hiding. When you are hidden from a creature and miss it with a ranged attack, making the attack doesn't reveal your position. Dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on your wisdom perception checks relying on sight. So they've changed the dim light doesn't impose disadvantage to blind sight. That's sort of a lateral move. I mean, you can see anything close to you, but it has a much shorter range. The others seem to be pretty much the same. So, lateral move here. Going on to Speedster. Prerequisite, dexterity or constitution 13 plus. Repeatable, no. You possess exceptional speed and stamina, granting you the following benefits. ASI, dex or con. Speed increase. Your speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing heavy armor. Dash over difficult terrain. When you take the dash action on your turn, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement for the rest of the turn. Compared to mobile, the closest they had to it in the 2014, you are exceptionally speedy and agile. You gain the following benefits. Your speed increases by 10 feet. When you use the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn. When you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether you hit or not. So basically they got rid of the automatic disengage. Once again, another nerf on marshals. They are really leaning into upping the spellcasting power. Spell Sniper. Prerequisite, spellcasting or pack magic feature. Repeatable, no. You learn techniques that enhance your attacks with certain kinds of spells, granting the following benefits. ASI, increase your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma by 1. Bypass cover. Your attack rolls for spells ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. Casting in melee. Being within 5 feet of an enemy doesn't impose disadvantage on your attack rolls with spells. Increased range. When you cast a spell that has a range of at least 10 feet and that requires you to make an attack roll, you can increase the spell's range by 60 feet. Compared to Spell Sniper Prerequisite, the ability to cast at least one spell. You've learned techniques to enhance the attacks with certain kinds of spells, granting the following benefits. When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled. Your ranged spell attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. You learn one cantrip that requires an attack roll. Choose the cantrip from the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard spell list. Your spellcasting ability for this cantrip depends on the spell list you chose from. Charisma for Bard, Sorcerer, or Warlock, Wisdom for Cleric or Druid, and Intelligence for Wizard. So it no longer grants a free spell, and the increased range, well, that depends on the spell. Makes short range spells increase more, but it doesn't double those 120-foot spells anymore. No more 300 feet of spellcasting. Warcaster. Prerequisite, spellcasting or pack magic. Repeatable, no. You practice casting spells in the midst of combat, granting you the following benefits. ASI, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Concentration. You have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration. Reactive spell. When a creature provokes an opportunity attack from you by moving out of your reach, you can use your reaction to cast a spell at the creature, rather than making an opportunity attack. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature. Somatic components. You can perform the somatic components of spells even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. Compared to Warcaster, prerequisite, ability to cast at least 1 spell. You have practiced casting spells in the midst of combat, learning techniques that grant you the following benefits. You have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration on a spell when you take damage. You can perform the somatic components of spells even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. When a hostile creature's movement provokes opportunity attacks from you, you can use your reaction to cast a spell at that creature rather than making an opportunity attack. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature. So, yeah, this is the same. No major changes here other than adding the ASI. And last but not least, we have weapon training. Prerequisite, none. Repeatable, no. You have practiced extensively with a variety of weapons, gaining the following benefits. ASI, strength or dex. Weapon proficiency, you gain martial weapon proficiency. Compared to Weapon Master, you practice extensively with a variety of weapons, gaining the following benefits. Increase your strength or dex by 1. You gain proficiency with 4 weapons of your choice. Each one must be a simple or a martial weapon. Yeah. So they've made this one slightly less useless. You now gain all martial weapons with a single feat. So if you want your wizard to be proficient with a greatsword and don't want to cross class, now you can get it. Not sure why you would want it, but you can get it. Okay, well, that's it for today's show. Hit like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, the survey goes live today, so I will include a link to it. Have a great day.